Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman, Handy Andy on Demand, and welcome back to a project run through over again in Woodstock. Gorgeous house, and these customers just put a new estate shingle roof on the house, and they were concerned that some siding was damaged by the roofers, and we'll show you in a minute that this is really nichi siding. So it looks great. This is an aggregate concrete siding. It's grained and it looks like James Hardie, but it's not. This is a nichi product. A lot of the builders use it because it's slightly cheaper than James Hardie, and they're trying to save money is what it comes down to. You're not going to pay any more for the house because it's got Hardie versus nichi. And in most places, like on the front of the house right here, it's not an issue. It becomes an issue in areas like here over this front entry roofway where you can't see the siding in the two corners right in here, and more than likely that siding probably needs to be replaced. And I'll show you in a second, but we'll run through a few things. And one of the reasons that people use Handy Andy, we're a pain to get on the phone. We apologize for that. We work a lot, and I'm not just a salesperson. I'm out here doing jobs with my crews. So a couple days a week I'm out selling. The rest of the time I'm working with my guys, and that's why we get the work that we do out of them. But it's little simple stuff. So when you look at this window, you can see where the bottom corner has broken away here. The air staples are pushing through. And if you look at the frame, you see how dark that is right there, and you see the vertical line starting to go. So the sash is starting to rot. We can repair this corner if he wants. The brick mold right here may be rotted. It's starting to. And you're looking for where the caulk has failed. See the black line right there? But we'll at least caulk and seal this window. You see how more pronounced the points are on the frame right here? That just lets you know that the sash is wood and it's starting to expand. So if we caulk those points and repaint it, he won't have to replace the windows. These are Thermopane windows. They're builder grade, but they're decent windows. There's nothing wrong with them. This piece of brick mold right here behind the shutter at this double window is rotted. If you were to go in there with your finger and push it through, to go through. Again, you have the same issue with the staples. And when you see the vertical lines coming through, these windows have never been caulked properly since it was built. They just spray painted and scraped the windows and rocked on. And now you're getting to the point where you're going to start paying by having to replace the windows. So we can just go ahead and caulk and repaint this window. You'll be in good shape there. Here, if you look up at your gutters, and we talk about it all the time, you see all the streaking up here? And the roofer was just here, and they said, well, the gutters aren't clogged, or they cleaned them, or whatever they did with them. But the challenge is, and you get to see it here, when you see that streaking all along your gutters, it lets you know that they're not draining properly. Nobody wants to come outside their house in a pouring rain, right? You're inside watching TV or having a good time or whatever you're doing. You're not coming out here. But if you want to save money in your house and catch up on your maintenance, next heavy rain, put your galoshes on and an umbrella and walk around the house and look for stuff, and you're going to see it. So what's really going on here is, and I talk about it all the time, don't ever put corrugated pipe underground. Like he just had a landscaper do this fairly recently. This is old pipe that's been in the ground probably since the house was built. They may have tied it into this drain over here that they have since added, and then they've got another overflow drain over here. But if you look at this, corrugated pipe just gets caught. It's never supposed to be run underground. And if you get down close to this right here, and fortunately the homeowner was here with me a little while ago so she could see this, but this is clogged full of debris. I can't clear it. It really needs to be dug up and replaced with 4-inch pipe. And we can do that, so we'll give them an estimated cost for that. But that's what's causing all this damage here. This window right here in the corner is the same issue. We'll get up closer to it as the garage windows. See the splitting right here? It's starting to rot. This was never caulked. And you see the staples are actually starting to back out of the wood, and it's starting to rot. So if we can go ahead and paint this window and caulk it now, you'll never have to replace it. And that's the whole point of what we do, is a stitch in time saves 9. If you can be patient with us, we'll partner with you on the maintenance of your home. You can get us to come out and do the little stuff, but don't ever do this corrugated pipe. And the problem with this is landscapers do it because it's a quick way for them to make money. They probably did a lot of this when they were doing the retaining wall and the nice pavers in here. It's just a way for them to add on to their service, but they don't know what they're doing. When you back off the house right here on the front, because these gutters have been clogged, all the water's been splashing against these two windows. And this lighting is gonna be really hard for me to show you, but see the black in the window right here? And if you look back, try to back up a little bit, you got the same issue on the lower window here. Both of these sashes are rotted now. We can go and repair them. They're fixed sash windows in the foyer, but we're the only company in Atlanta that'll fix those things with wood, back primed and sealed. Every piece of trim has 6 faces to it. The problem with new construction is they only paint what you see, which is typically 2 faces. So if caulk fails, like down here, in this window right here, it leads to some of the rot you're gonna see in the left side of the house. See the little caulk right here? look for the black on your house and just catch it early. Here in the corner of the porch, the soffit is rotted up under here. See the wrinkling? See all the streaking where the gutter hits the house? There's supposed to be kick-out flashing there. The builder never installed it. So we'll have to repair this soffit. Someone's already repaired the fascia board, which is what the gutter sits against. They just didn't bother with the soffit because it's a more difficult repair. When you see that wrinkling, the lines in the wood, it should let you know you have a problem. This is what the owners brought us out here for. Right here is the nichi siding, and he thought that when they did these shingles, they damaged the siding. It's not their fault. With this downspout right here, all the water comes along this edge, and literally these 4 rows of siding, or 5 rows, will crumble to your touch now. And you can go back and look at some of my other videos to see that. We had a customer a few years ago that called me out on a chimney that she'd had replaced 2 years before we came out. The whole chimney had to be replaced. It was framed wrong. It was nichi siding. It got exposed to a lot of water, and that's what happened. If you look at the trim on this left window right here, see the wrinkling? It's totally rotted through on both sides, left and right. And it's really because so much water is coming off this little bump out right here, and it just splashes, and they didn't caulk and paint it properly. You get the same issue here on this window. The right molding is definitely rotted through here. This one's probably started. The boys will check it when they come out. We pretty much do everything. We also hand paint exteriors. We don't spray paint, we hand paint. So we're a little more expensive on a house like this. He's to the point where he wants to start budgeting to repaint this house. Some of the stuff that the roofing company did that I thought he brought me out here for, you'll see around the corner here somewhere. There's some black streaking on the siding. Where it looks like the siding is bowed all through here, that's not the siding, that's the framing. Has nothing to do with your siding. But overall, the house is in great shape. It just needs a little bit of help, and we're happy to do that for them. We do pretty much everything from basements to kitchens, bathrooms. We can do, light upgrades to full remodels. We do a lot of sunrooms and porches and decks, tons of siding repairs. It's me, my brother, and 30 guys. We've been out here for almost 30 years, which is unbelievable to me. You can reach me at 770-912-2829 in the office, or sometimes you can get lucky and catch me live at 770-265-9017. I'm Andy. See you at the next house. Bye for now.